What's up guys, American Sputnik here. Today we're going to show you what it's like in a Russian grocery store. Давай, поехали. The thing I wanted to show that's not related to this video is this fish tank. It's in the building where the store is, and you feed them for $1. This little kid wants to. I just put in 100 rubles. See what happens. Press the button. Yeah, you can feed fish here for $1. Pretty cool. Alright, welcome to Ashan. I'll grab me a shopping cart here. I think here you gotta put 10 rubles in. Yeah. Aldi in the US. Oh. And off we go. So this store here is, I guess, the closest thing to a store like Sam's Club or maybe Walmart in the US. Somewhat similar, I guess, a little bit. And here, starting out, you got some electronics, tea kettles, fans, stuff for your house, different air fryers. So this is a pretty big store. I want to go to other stores. I mean, the main stores here are Pyaterechka and Magnit. Pyaterechka выезжает. Hear that all day. But I also want to go to Eurospar, which is kind of like Whole Foods. But I figured this would be more appropriate for the American audience because I am comparing this to stores in the US, I guess. And yeah, they have all kinds of different stuff. In here we got like some sporting goods, some school supplies, you know, stuff like you would see in Walmart. I guess to a different scale in a way. But here is all the stuff for the banya. Of course, my favorite section because I always get different stuff for that in our village. And yeah, I mean, this is a pretty big store. You can get all kinds of different things here, not just food. You know, soil. So they have like a whole gardening section here. Little plants, cactuses that you wouldn't be used to seeing in Russia. Plenty of charcoal, of course. Definitely something I use very often. But yeah, I mean, it is pretty standard of a store. And comparing it to, you know, Walmart or Sam's Club, it's very similar to that. So I figured I would go and show everybody what a store in Russia is like, because it's honestly not that much different. Now the other stores, Pyaterechka and Magnit, they're obviously more, they're just more simple stores. They're a bunch on every corner, you know, they don't have everything. But I mean, I like Magnit, I like Pyaterechka if I need to get something real quick. And you come here and do your like once a week shopping here, or I go to your stuff for your car, see oil. Here I will go to Eurospar, which has more specialty items, and it's like a Whole Foods, like I said. Here's clothes, you know, clothes for your kids mostly. Trampoline you can get there for your home. When my son grows up, maybe he'll get something like that, I don't know. But yeah, it is, I'm gonna head to the food section and we'll go check that out. Alright, well now, I'm gonna check out the alcohol section. Got tons of different vodkas, so many different ones. This one is really good, Tundra, that's a good one. This one also, Siberia Orthodox. So yeah, of course, I know we got plenty of vodka here. That's interesting bottles. And this one, I haven't tried it before, but it looks pretty good. So yeah, we have tons of different vodkas. This one is very famous, Beluga. 3,000 rubles. It's about the same price for a Stolichna in the US. It's like 30 bucks. So you can get the best quality one for even cheaper. Then different kinds of cognac you have here. A bunch of different ones. Armenian cognacs, French. Here we have a whiskey. A bunch of different whiskeys here. We have Jameson. Very good whiskey. Jim Beam. Sanctions anyone? I don't see them. Yeah, Still got all the Western brands. You got Jägermeister here. Yeah, I figured the alcohol section on that side is all a bunch of different wines and stuff. And we have champagnes here. So yeah, this is more of like you go into the party, get your stuff here. Some Japanese beer, different kinds. Whole bunch of different beer selection. Chips, snacks like that. So yeah, the alcohol section is massive here. Tons of stuff to choose from. Right now I'm definitely trying to decide. I'd like to grab me a beer. I don't know which one. This one here is very good. Bielý Kremlin, White Kremlin. It's basically the city of Kazan's beer. So we have a White Kremlin. So yeah, that's a very good beer. I think, oh wow, this one is good. Bielý Kremlin, Moguchi. Interesting. Give that one a try for tonight. And yeah, a bunch of different chips and snacks, all kinds of different stuff. Kukaruza. We have Cheetos here. One thing they don't get right here, flaming hot Cheetos, or I don't know. Anything spicy in Russia is not really that spicy at all. It says Ostry on it, which means spicy in Russian. Like here, we got flaming hot. That I've tried it. Whatever. I do like their selection of Lay's chips here, though. They have an amazing selection of Lay's. This one doesn't have as many cool flavors, but they got flavors, crab flavor, they had lobster flavor, they even have tom yum soup flavor. Last year, I haven't seen it this year, but yeah, here's lobster. Good. Interesting one. Get us one of those. So yeah, we got all these different kinds of crazy snacks. Right here we found Dobry Cola. It's literally just Coke with a different label. It's the only knockoff cola that is, I think it is actually Coke. I think they're making it in the same factories. I guess that's Coke's way of getting around it, I don't know. But yeah, Dobry Cola, it's not bad at all for off-brand cola. There's a bunch of new off-brand colas here too. Here's the soda section, ideal for the Americans. Because, yeah, of course, I like many drink soda. And, yeah, they have a bunch of different ones. This one is Pine Cone. This is actually an old Soviet brand, Baikal. That one's actually pretty good. Pine Cone flavored cola. Never heard of it before. This is amazing. This is a Georgian pear lemonade. It's my favorite Georgian lemonade. They have a bunch of different flavors, but that one's the best. But yeah, I mean, you can get Street now instead of Sprite or Dobry Lime or Fruit Style. They have these brands. But here, I mean, raspberry flavored cola. I think that's caramel flavored. It's weird. And then this, 123 rubles for a liter. Not bad, honestly, a couple bucks. And then this one is like Pepsi's replacement, Everest. Now, I do think Dobry Cola tastes exactly like Coke, but Pepsi and this don't really taste very much similar. But obviously this, glass bottle versions you can get as well. And kvass, it's a very good Russian drink, especially in the summertime. Just had some earlier today. I had some okroshka, which is a Russian salad. And here we go. Here's the energy drinks. Adrenaline Rush, obviously a very popular brand. They still have Red Bulls here on the shelves. So yeah, nothing changed in terms of that. And then burns, heartburns, I call them. But I mean, actually, they're not that bad. Yeah, a bunch of different energy drinks. Yeah, pretty typical stuff. Here we have here we got famous dried fish beer. Yep. It's a typical Russian snack, especially have with beer. We have some fresh seafood. It's very good. Oh my gosh. We got 1,200 rubles for this tuna right here. I think it's for a kilogram. It's not bad. This is the most expensive one. This is Syumga. It's my favorite. It's really good. Yeah, they have a bunch of different fish. Something I definitely need to get more of. And then here's all our other meats they got. Obviously chicken. This side. They have some sausages on the other side. I'll show you that in a minute. But yeah, they have chicken. They have different types of sausages. Some shashlik, pre-made shashlik like this. You know, I usually just go to the little shashlik stores, to be honest, but I love shashlik. It's basically, you know, Russian barbecue, kebab, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, a bunch of different stuff. Steaks. Let's see what we got here. I'm gonna give you some steaks for sure. Definitely something I eat because I am an American and that is popular. So this is a strip loin down here. A strip loin steak. And usually they have like rib eyes and stuff, but I'm not seeing it. Strip loins, yeah. I don't have a huge selection here, honestly. But yeah, other thing I cannot find here is carne asada. You know, I love Mexican food. Thin slice. Here's a ribeye right here. Some more crazy stuff. We got crawdads in a jar. Never seen that before. That's cool. A bunch of different beers. More energy drinks. Little stuff you can get to go. Obviously more marinated stuff like shashlik. Different types of shashlik. Bacon. Obviously. Definitely want some bacon. So I will get some. Breakfast. You know, I do gotta get some sausages too. A couple other things. Here's what I need. Is that chili flake? Something I've been looking for. Seasonings. Yeah. It's a pretty big, not the typical Russian store, but this one is pretty good. I definitely like coming here to just do my more weekly style shopping. Of course, you know, I am Italian, so I love my mortadella. Very good stuff. 195 rubles. Not bad at all. Perfect for my sandwiches. Different other snacks. We got prosciutto here. Man, this all looks really good. Prosciutto will definitely get me some. Not a bad thing. Yeah, you need to get some guanciale to make some carbonara. That's definitely something I like to make. Yeah, this side, more fruits, produce. Got pineapples right here, tomatoes. Got everything, and I think the quality of produce in Russia is way better than the United States. I think the quality of produce and food in most countries is better than the United States. GMOs and all that stuff is not really a thing here at all. Everything is organic here. Got some peppers. I actually will get me some of these for cooking later. I do like to use those in my pasta alla vodka that I make. Fresh basil, something I have been looking for. Definitely need that. Got a huge selection of good stuff. Mushrooms here, a bunch of different mushrooms. I got myself steaks, I got just sausages, all kinds of different stuff. So definitely plan on making a pasta alla vodka for dinner tomorrow. So I got everything I need for that. And yeah, definitely plenty of good snacks to try. Obviously, one thing that is most important and sacred in Russia is our caviar. Buterbrod, we make caviar and bread. Very good. I am gonna get a fresh salad. Здравствуйте. Можно мне салат винегрет? Ну, маленький. Да, такое, пожалуйста. Да, хватит.
Что-то еще?
Все. Ну немножко грибы маринованные там. Bunch of different salad selections.
Эти грибы?
Да. Get your broccoli.
Скажите, сколько?
Хорошо. Все, хватит.
Да.
Yeah, ready-made rotisserie chickens on this side. Bunch of stuff. Все. Спасибо вам. We got rotisserie chickens here. Yeah, got me some salad. different chicken nuggets and fish. Typical American snacks. Mini chiburekis. I have tried those. Those are actually pretty good snacks. And then blini s miasem. That's my favorite breakfast in Russia. My wife usually makes that, but sometimes I buy frozen ones. They have a pretty cool store called Fabrika Kачества that makes them frozen, and different frozen pizzas you can get here. Croissants. Very good stuff. And then busy here. Then we got more frozen fish on this side. Different kinds. And on that side, a bunch of different frozen shrimps. Buy them by the kilo. Here we got milk, yogurt. I grab me a milk right now. So that is like a liter of milk that I got. And yogurt, Activia, they have that here. Surprising. Bunch of different yogurts. My wife likes to have different kinds. Usually Tvorog. Honestly, I don't really like Tvorog though. I'm not a fan. For 2 liters of milk, about 200 rubles. And that's a little more expensive brand. There's so many different kinds here. This is quality milk, obviously. Here's your sweet and condensed. That's very popular. Russian pancakes, blini. Definitely very popular in Russia. And you have more ice creams here. And the checkout counter, because I'm ready to go. So I'm going to purchase all this, and we're going to see how much we spend. Alright guys, let's see what the damage is here. I got a bunch of different stuff. You know, usually, I mean, I get like a week's supply of food. This is kind of more miscellaneous stuff. I had already went shopping, but I did get some other stuff. Basil and green onions, stuff I like to use for cooking. You know, a bunch of salami, deli meats. I got a couple steaks for pretty cheap. Stuff for my baby, chips, a beer, milk, eggs, toilet paper. It's just the essentials and a few other things. So they had a pretty long list of things, quite a bit of stuff. And I only paid about 6,000 rubles, 5,897 rubles. So that's around 65 bucks US dollar. Honestly, not bad for the amount of stuff I got and the type of stuff I got. You know, the amount of meat that I got in here. I got sausages, I got steaks, I got some chicken, I got mortadella, some salamis, a bunch of different kinds of things, and then some snacks. Obviously, some produce. I got a salad that was already made, beer and juice. So honestly, for what I would get for that in the United States would be not even half of this right here. And it wouldn't last me that long, especially the baby stuff, you know, obviously diapers and stuff like that cost quite a bit back home. But, you know, obviously I paid 60 bucks for a huge amount of stuff. So honestly, comparing to the United States, I think shopping here is way better. I mean, I usually go and I spend maybe 60 bucks a week on groceries here. So I usually go to other stores. This one's more of a bigger store, obviously. Ashan, you know, so you can get more of a variety of things. And yeah, no, in the US I was spending anywhere from 200 to maybe 300 bucks a week on groceries over there. So here I get a lot more for my value. So let me know in the comments what you guys think of a Russian grocery store. But for now, gonna put all this stuff away, and that'll be it for today. Well guys, that's it for today's video. I hope you all enjoyed. Be sure to like and subscribe if you want to see more content like this. До свидания, y'all.